Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a brand new time. I'm not gonna say specifics, but welcome, my friends. We are back on our memes tab, about to record a bunch today, and I wanted to jump in here just to get a little happiness going, get the ball rolling, as you'd say. Anyways, also side note, took a whole week off exercise, got back into it. Oh my god, my body's like, what the hell were we doing? What is this? This is a lot. I'm like, I woke up today and my lat, this muscle right there, hot diggity, painful. Also, I felt my hands weak for the first time in a while. I guess it's just because I just stopped feeling the pain because I just kept going. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back into the memes. Also, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for doing the whole thumbs up and whatnot. Also, hey, by the way, we've been going strong with this series for a long time. If you appreciate the effort, then maybe hit subscribe, like, or favorite, or whatever. I don't know. The only way I can feel like not a McA-hole in doing this is by giving myself a horrible accent and making it feel like it's all a dream. Anyway, hey bro, want to check a YouTube video that will make you want to watch another YouTube video, that will make you want to watch another YouTube video, and another, and another, and another? Yes. Yes. It's what we call down the rabbit hole, which I haven't gotten down in a while. That this might be what came from this. I'm sorry, this may have led me to this mask. Listen, man, I seen some cool Halloween mask making things, and then I seen a dude who was just killing it. It was one a skill cap to beginning to master. This dude was close to master. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah. See, typically those videos are bingeable or they're not. So they're either super relaxing, and then you can get away with a 20-minute video because it's super relaxing. It's a dude making a fucking pool or something in the middle of the desert with no fucking supplies or whatever it could be. No supplies. Anyways, or it's a 10-minute video, all of which are none of my length of video or subject matter. So, maybe we should reallocate what we make. But anyways, this series will probably stay anyway. An erotic short story in 3 acts. Echo. Alex, play my jazz favorite playlists. Okay. Turn off the lights. Set a timer for 3 minutes. What is this? An erotic story, is it? Because it just sounds like you hanging out with yourself, which to me, maybe that does still imply eroticism or whatever. I don't like that word. It feels filthy. Okay, yuck. Me, I'll go out tonight, but I am not getting blackout drunk again. Me, 5 shots later. Would you eat the moon if it were made of ribs? Guys, I just want to let you know how absolutely weird it is for me to start for me to understand the puzzles of who you guys are through memes and very little limited information you give me on streams. Okay, what I do know is the person that uploads these memes, this section of memes, currently got a new job, currently killing it, is moving around a lot. I think has a potential new friend group or whatnot, or potential new romantic interest in life, which would warrant going to bars, hanging out, jumping around, and apparently excess drinking. So, just hope they're okay outside of all of the other things. Hopefully it's fun and not damaging. Maybe it's a little both, but let's make it at least repairable damaging. Anyways, this is a roly-poly toy. No matter how hard you push it down, it always gets back up. Like the child trauma you're repressing. Thought about this a lot. I kind of just accept that when I was a child, I did some really crazy things. Basically, luckily, unless it's deep. I don't know if it's deep. I feel like I would know about it. So that's the thing. But the interesting thing with this is that I feel like you. How do I put it? I know people who have went through some demonstrous shit. And then I've known people who went through virtually nothing. And then I contrast that with me, who has lived a very blessed life, all things considered, with getting a little bit of a shorthand, but all things considered, I'm happy with the trade. Not getting molested and all these things. Woo, thank God. Anyway, but I don't know, I kind of feel a little, maybe this is part of therapy, is like it's okay that you feel this way, but like I didn't go through all that other shit, this horrible stuff that I know exists, but I still have like my own stupid mental bullshit. Like a lot of it has to do with like the way I was treated in some slight way, like by my brothers, and me feeling like getting introduced at like you were nothing, basically. Like they were like 3 years older than me, and we used to watch wrestling, and they used to just fucking like put me in a chokehold, and you learn real fast that there's no hope for you. That like you're just like, I could get killed at any moment, and then you kind of feel like you get squeamish, you get smaller, you know what I mean? So that has its thing, but it is still like hefty, you know what I mean? And I don't think it should be. Like I think in retrospect, a person who's dealing with this, and then my dumbass dealing with this, you think it'd be here, but for my dumbass, it feels like a fucking monolith, you know? And then people could argue, oh, that means theirs is like a fucking the space. It's so big to deal with. But I don't know. I heard a lot of people also talk about how like quote unquote trauma and all of these things doesn't work that way. It's not like, yeah, it's like your tiny child brain will perceive pain and shape itself based around potential pain and just events for that. And I think the biggest destructive force of that is shame. I think that's, if you can try to dissolve the idea of like feeling shame from like past things, events that happened to you, around you, etc. And I feel like you'd be able to take a step forward, but that's a hard weight to shed. You know what I mean? So I feel it's a little bit. But also, sorry, this is a whole tangent as we do. But this feels like the opposite of things. This guy gets right back up again. Boom. 100% ready to get after it. This is you dealing with your fucking repressed whatever trauma, all that. Me at 4 p.m. will just take a quick nap. Me at 2 p.m. What the fuck happened? Man, I agree with you, Carly. I don't know what it is these people are on who can take naps. Okay, I fucking have a hard time sleeping, although I did just watch a Netflix thing, which I would highly suggest to all you. It's like 10 minutes of just bliss, and it's probably less than that. Basically, if you go into Netflix and type in sleep, you should get like a weird sleep guide video, which is all like animated and like cool, weird cartoon things. But it talks about sleep and like the weird neurology behind sleep and all these things, which is fun. But basically, I was having coffee at like 6 to 7 p.m. because that's when I exercise, because I need a little boost sometimes. And also when we stream, I stream at 6, so I drink coffee that time too, so I'm not just a husk. And then I was like, well, what if I do what this thing says and drink coffee and stop drinking coffee, well, only drink 2 cups of coffee a day, and stop drinking coffee at 5. And lo and behold, made a pretty good helpful impact. I've noticed that I feel a little more energized, although I am taking thyroid medication, which apparently I needed a lot of it, so my fucking body was not making it, or it was working overtime to make it. Anyways, feel a lot better. Finally kicked in. I was sitting there for like 3 weeks, and I'm like, this medication's not doing fuck all. And now I'm like, okay, all right, I'm feeling kind of juiced up again. You know what I mean? My God, I just realized how much I threw at you, just so much. And context-wise, it was not helpful, not relevant at all. Speaking of coffee, me, I don't need more coffee. Also me, I am in love with those cups. Look at that one. I'm not sure if you can see my cursor. Look at this one. That one's got a fucking giant base. Anyways, this one, by the way, you think your boy has stopped with his collecting of mugs? I don't think so. I just picked up this bad boy from, I don't know where, honestly. It's like a weird like white girl store. Maybe it's Sally's. I don't know. I don't think that's right. But regardless, yeah, it's a Canadian mug, but it's also like a pretty, it's also like a pretty hefty mug. Like it has. I feel like this is what I'm drinking, and they're like, drink 2 cups of coffee a day. And I'm like, well, this is 1 cup technically, and it's like the size of my head. So I'm like, all right, maybe I'm lying to myself. But man, what can I like me some coffee. You know what never made sense to me? Hi. Oh, this whole thing is coffee. Killing it. Love it. That was so loud. I apologize. One of the things that I absolutely did not understand was, what the fuck's the point of decaf? Like what? You want the coffee taste without the surge of power? Are you insane? Like, what is happening? And then I watched a podcast about a person talking about sleep. It's crazy how things come all at you at once, because I got hit with 3 different types of sleep things. Anyways, but apparently decaffing, like coffee as a resource, has a lot of like quote unquote antioxidants, or just a bunch of like other helpful like benefits that aren't tied to the surge of like alertness that you have when you drink actual coffee, not decaf, which is like coffee without the surge of awareness. But yeah, I guess it has a ton of like benefits, like just generally, like coffee bean killing it. But also there is like that's one of the things the person also mentioned, is like, as much as coffee is good, there is a happy medium. There's an excess. If you have like 6 cups of coffee, then your body is not going to use what coffee does really well for it at all. It's going to probably have a rebound effect, which is not good. So just the right amount, not too much, not too little, all that. Anywho, I think I'll get an early night. My anxiety, don't even think about it. Dickweed. What is this? I think I'll get an early night of sleep? Oh, I see. You're like, I'm going to get some sleep. Not today, anxiety says. Gotcha. Okay, so this is the thing. I got you, fam. This is a strategy that I heard from a book, that I read from a book a while ago, which I loved to bits. It kind of plays off of like this overarching tool for the mind. But anyways, a lot of times anxieties come from predicting a negative outcome from the future. You know, things are going to go horribly. That's why I'm worried about it. My body's trying to get me to survive because it perceives fear or danger. Then one of the best tips for me, if you have anxiety, especially when trying to sleep, is while you're sitting there, eyes closed, imagination abound, try to see whatever you have anxiety about going well. So think of the best possible outcome for the thing and run it back, because if you're going to sit there awake all night thinking and worrying about it, you might as well be able to execute it with greater ease the next day with limited sleep. But oftentimes what also happens in this is you stop, because you've seen it happen so positively so many times at that point, aimlessly sitting there in your bed, you end up actually like releasing some of the anxiety and can go to sleep. Also, you're bored because you're running through the same encounter over and over and over again. And again, the only reason why this is working is because you're not feeding the negative outcome. So I know it's tempting. You'll think, but what if this bad thing happens, instead of thinking what will good happen? Then you're not doing it. You need to focus on what the good parts that could go well, that help destroy the anxiety. Anywho, just a little bit of your boy, you not having asked, but trying to help. Anyways, me, absolutely dead inside, but enjoys the little things with Catos. Nice. Guys, I feel like, I don't know what it is. It's weird, but I don't know. The whole skeleton thing to me is like, well, if I move the camera over a little bit, you'd be able to see I have 1 skeleton mask, 2 skeleton masks, 3 skeleton masks, 4 skeleton masks. So a lot of skeleton. That's also because when I started my mask journey, I was making the Soul Eater mask from Death. Anyways, or Lord Death. Anyways, regardless, I don't know. If you had like, if I don't know, just the idea of like, if you had like some sort of ultimate transformation and you turn into a fucking like skeleton man, wouldn't be the worst. Here's a question for you guys. I want you guys to genuinely answer this. If it's like a devil's deal, you get to immortality, okay? You keep all of your emotional baggage and all of these things, but you become a skeleton, all right? So you in no way should make sense, but you are just bone, your mind, all that. But you cannot physically eat. I don't think you can taste, let's say that. And you still feel, I don't want to give you like an undead, you feel nothing. We're not doing a fucking overlord here, okay? We're just basically saying you get immortality, but unlike a vampire who only just can't see the sun and gets everything, and has to drink some blood, you are basically just stationary in life. You don't have to eat, you don't have to sleep. No, maybe you don't have to sleep. Maybe that's a bonus. That seems like a lot of bonuses though. But that's, you can't have, let's say you have no sex drive. Let's just say that. Actually, you just might be a very efficient human being, actually. Because the only reason why you want to do the thing is because you have the emotional drive to do it. Maybe that's the thing. Because then you could still find ways to make it happen. You wouldn't just be feeling much. Basically, would you take immortality, but feel numbness and emptiness, but also having emotions that can govern that. And yes, I suppose you could still die, though, so you'd always have an escape. Anyways, maybe not. Maybe you're stuck on this world. Maybe that's the trap to immortality. Regardless, would you do it, basically? Would you take to being a skeleton man or woman for immortality? I don't understand the big hype for October. It's just boom. Take it back, fuck boy. I feel like we read this like years ago. I feel like I've definitely seen this somewhere. I think if you go back to one of the first Try Not To Grins, we've covered this meme. Also, my forehead looking shiny AF. First day as sergeant. Also, October the best. Who doesn't love Halloween? If you don't, I don't get it. I don't understand you. First day as a sergeant. Wow, shit. There's a whole fucking skeleton in here. Lol, spooky. I don't like this. I don't want to be hearing this from my certified doctor. I'm like, can we have less of this? What is... I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ, why is that there? I like you before. I think you looked more pretty and beautiful before. What is this? Your hiking goals versus mine. Lovely couple just living their best life. You gonna get eaten by bears and just whole mess. Whole mess. That's the one bit of business that to me I'm like, this is fucking just anxiety. Like voyeurism, I think is what it's called. Basically the act of like being outside and being in like the presence of other people, like being seen. I cannot describe to you how much I am the opposite. I am the opposite of that in every way. I don't want anybody besides my partner to see me at all. I want to be as covered and like in a fucking black, not a dark room. You know, I want to see what's happening, but I want it to be unenterable by any other party known to man. Okay, I'd literally take a bullet for you. Gross. You'd suicide. That means nothing. What is this? I literally take a bullet for you. You're suicidal. That means nothing. I didn't read it properly. That is intense, but honestly, that's also like kind of a nice poetic thing as well. Is that it's like, to me, I never understood this sense at all. Like, if you say this to your partner and they're like, "Aw, what?" Like, it's first of all, what? I'm sorry, you should want me to live in this world. I thought you loved me. You'd be okay with someone you love just fucking throwing away their life? It's stupid. No, if we had a kid, maybe. But that's because our love surpasses each other's love for the thing that we created together. Anyway, but also it's a much more lovelier sentiment that says I want to live for you, so that I can be there for you, so that I can show up, so that I can make you happy on the days that you don't feel good. All of those things, rather than say like, oh, I would like throw away my life. Good. But to say that no, I would try to find life, I would try to find meaning, I would try to find purpose with you, alongside you in this world. That to me, I think, is significantly better than the whole like, fucking I'd throw away or die, because then the right answer to like I would die for you is what the fuck? No, don't. You'd better fucking not. You better try to live, you psycho. This is not what you think it is. You think I'll ever be happy? As sure as the sun will rise. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Everyone else cries. Me and my dark humor cries but you're still crying. You're still crying, but you're a little goofy, little weird. I'm not sure. I usually like to overreach and look into these a little too hard to try to pull some sort of nugget of wisdom out of me, because I think that like, fuck it, I am also in this world and I also may encounter this problem, so how would I survive? Very selfish, but it is what it is. With that question, do you think that you'll ever be happy? I don't know, because in the moment when you feel that way, at least when I felt that way, it's usually, I'm not sure what like fixes it. All I know is they're like, I somehow found my way out of it, and I think the way that you do that is by focusing on the small things that you can control. Because yeah, I think a lot of times people's, the reason why people have sorrow is because their expectations of the world are are out of sight of their control, so you can't expect much, unfortunately. Not that you shouldn't want more or try to be more in the world, you know what I mean? To try to level up to everyone else's or the world's perception of what you expect from the world, if that makes any sense, which it may not. But ladies and gentlemen, one more meme, final meme. See you next week, Friday. Bye, Friday. What the absolute fuck is that? If that, dude, Monday, I would totally take it. First of all, my Monday is not that bad, but Jesus Christ, Saturday, hell yes. That is a lot. Also, what happens by Friday? Is that just you becoming unhinged? I don't know. Or is that you falling into booba? I don't know. Also, Sunday looking cute. Anyway, I've missed you so much, Saturday. There's no need to cry. Saturday, Sunday, taking care of you. Monday, ready to kick that ass. Frankly, I'm about to kick Monday's ass. Frankly, I never got the whole thing with Monday shit. Even when I was in school and we were doing a lot and it was too much and I don't know, to me, man, it's just like every day is suffering, so what's the difference? That's why I was so surprised when I see Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, what? What do you mean? It's the same shit. Also, what is... Okay, we got Monday, Tuesday. Why is Wednesday Pepe? I don't understand. Thursday, I don't understand. Friday seems like a good guy. He's like, we're hanging out. We're vibing. We're about done. All that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm off to go get after it. We're going to make some Genshin videos covering bosses. Do my best to do any help, even though the game is made for babies. Except not really, because there's still like... I say that as a person who's been playing for a long time, have a bunch of characters, but if you've just gotten into the game, feel no shame in the fact that you may be struggling because everyone else has a shit ton of people because they've been playing for such a long time. So fuck those people, okay? No empathy having assholes, okay? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you've enjoyed this weirdo time. Again, let me know about the skeleton thing. I feel like I wouldn't. Yeah, the whole like immortality thing. As much as I'm game, I'm also game. I'm game for the whole like vampire stupid bullshit of like not seeing the sun, forgetting all of it, forgetting every possible thing. And then just like finding any way to be useful. Although it depends what kind of vampire. Are we going with like Skyrim vampires that look fucking horrific? Then no. Anyways, I don't think I would do it. Let me know what you guys think though. Would you become a skeleton with no appendages, nothing, and we're not gonna make you unemotional, unemotionable? Yeah, you're gonna still feel all the things, but you may not be able to act throughout all those things. Maybe. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think. Also, if you managed to like and share this video around, much love. This is all I'm filming. Try Not To Grinn for today. Hopefully, I can see you again, though. And goodbye.